When it comes to the Dark Angels, when it comes to Lionel Johnson, the question has always been asked, when is the next big 40k lore dump regarding what's happening with them? When we got the Lion Son of the Forest novel, of course we learned some massive things about the Lion, the Risen coming back and serving the Lion once again. At the end of the Arcs of Omen saga, we got Lion dueling Angron, and then we got Lion going back to the Rock, and the question's asked, when are we getting this next big update? What's going to happen with the Lion? What's going to happen with the Dark Angels? Well, I think Games Workshop have given us a little bit of a tease of the potential next arc of the story with Lionel Johnson and his sons. So let's jump in and let's get waffling about this brand new potential Warhammer 40,000 lore. Now, this is coming from the brand new Games Workshop article on the brand new Asmodai model. I'm sure we've all saw it. It's an amazing model. The trailer is fantastic. We was all buzzing when we saw it on the reveal night. But the text in there actually gives us a bit of an indication of where the Dark Angels may be going. I'm going to put the first big bit in the background right now as I read it, and it says, of all the horrible fates that await the enemies of the Dark Angels, being taken alive is undisputedly the worst, as it can only mean that meeting with an interrogator chaplain is on the cards. Even then, one name above all strikes terror into the heart of the most resilient fallen: Asmodai, master of the repentance. And with the Primarch returned and his chapter resurgent, Asmodai is ready to put his sinister skills to the test with an awesome new miniature. So now straight away we have two big things to talk about: the chapter's reinsurgence and the interrogation of Fallen. I want to start with the bottom thing, with the chapter's resurgence and the Primarch returning, as it mentioned, because I think this opens our eyes now to that more characters, or the full Dark Angel chapter, know about the Lion's return. What we got in the Arcs of Omen saga is only Azrael seeing the Lion on the battlefield fighting with Angron. We never got Belial's point of view. We never got Asmodai's point of view, Ezekiel's point of view. We never got to see these legendary characters react to the Lion's return. Now that the Lion's gone back to the Rock, we guess now that they're all welcoming him. They're all celebrating their father's return. And the big main point in that says chapter's resurgence. Does this mean it's lit a flame under the Dark Angels? The Dark Angels are proudly stating, our father has returned, the Lion has returned, the Dark Angels are back, baby, that kind of thing. And they're swelling their ranks. Maybe all the sons of the Lion, all the successors are heading back to the Rock, and they're all joining up to celebrate their father's return. And the next big bit of the lore is the actual interrogator chaplains themselves. They're still looking to be an inner core part of the Dark Angels chapter, which a lot of people were scared, myself included, were going to be phased out. Because what we got in the Lion Son of the Forest book was the Lion was the judge, jury, and executioner. This is where we got the whole idea from of the Risen. The Risen were fallen Marines, and the Lion judged them to still be loyal to the Imperium, to the Lion himself, and they became his bodyguard, and they're serving the Imperium again. There's a badass character called Balls. He's got a patch on his eye, one of the most amazing characters that is in 40k in my opinion, and he's serving the Imperium again, but he was once a fallen. If the Dark Angels came across him before the Lion was around, he would have surely been tortured and killed. But this passage of text that I'm going to put in the background right now literally states the interrogator chaplains are still a thing, and it's all down to Lionel Johnson. So as it states, as the Dark Angel's master of repentance, it's Asmodai's job to secure the confessions from the fallen who are far beyond the redemption offered by Lionel Johnson, and he performs the job with unsurpassed zeal. Wielding his sword and Crozius, he hits the battlefield like a force of nature. So that passage of text confirms that the Lion is out there, he's still doing what he does, but when he finds these fallen sons now, instead of killing them, he's literally slinging them to the interrogator chaplains like Asmodai and the rest of them, and they're doing their work, torturing them probably for chaos information, plans, anything you can think of, and then they are killed. So the Lion is literally not going around chopping their heads off like he was doing in his novel that we got with The Lion's Return. Of course, we're going to have to wait till spring to see what the Lion is really doing and the ripple waves of what his return has done, not only for the Imperium, but for the Dark Angels themselves. That's not too far off now. I'm still hoping we maybe get a short story or maybe a novel in between that's going to link Gilliman and the Lion somehow. Maybe Gilliman hears the rumor of the Lion's return and he goes out looking for his long-lost brother. There's so much potential lore in here. There's so many stories that they can grasp on and they can go down. It really does excite me because, again, we haven't had a loyalist Primarch meeting another loyalist brother in the past 10,000 years. Ever since the Horus Heresy and Great Crusade, you know, they started to die off and be lost and stuff, and now bringing two loyalist brothers back in the same setting in the 41st millennium, it's, for me, it's good. I'm excited and absolutely buzzing about it, and I just want them to meet officially in a story and maybe draw swords together one more time, charge the enemies of the Imperium, and literally slay everything in front of them. I can't wait. I am in overhype mode. Again, this little bit of the article, little drop bits of lore, but it gets me excited nonetheless. So I'm super looking forward to see what we get in spring with the Dark Angels, and hopefully their codex and whatever novels are released around that time is going to be action-packed and we can all read it and just enjoy it and make videos like this talking about the future 40k lore. Anyway, that's enough waffling from me. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching as always. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below and I'll do my best to try and answer them and talk and stuff like that down there, and we can have a nice little chin wag as we always do. See ya. Have a great day and bye-bye.